hello there! I don't know why I'm surprised that you're here. Welcome to week 53. I cannot believe it. I can't believe that an entire year has gone by. My first video came out on September 5th, 2014, and when this comes out, it is September 4th, 2015. Oh, I just realized that weird reversal of numbers. Call the X-Files. I decided to do a little quick bit of math here. This ukulele project, to say that it has been a time commitment is kind of an understatement. On average, I would wager it took me about 3 hours to shoot each ukulele or video. I've gotten them down to a science over time, but let's not forget the beginning, where sometimes it would take me 4, sometimes even 5 hours to shoot a video because I was trying to figure everything out and I was still so new to playing ukulele. So I'm gonna average that out to about 3 hours per video. And then again, we have to average things out because I've also gotten quicker at editing my ukulele or videos, but I'm gonna say it took me about 3 hours to edit each video. Now, some of them were more complicated, some of them were simpler, but I was also slower at the beginning than I am now. 3 hours to shoot, 3 hours to edit, and if I was lucky, 1 hour of practice time before shooting. If I was lucky. That didn't always happen. However, that works out to about 7 hours a week that I devoted to ukulele year, and when you multiply 7 by 53 weeks, that is 371 hours devoted to this project. Now, if we divide that by 24, that's equal to 15 and a half days of my year. So that's pretty crazy. I would say more often than not, the challenge was scheduling. Those of you who know me know how insanely busy I keep. I work full-time, I am a part-time Zumba instructor, I am often working on creative projects like my web series or other short films, which I am often also shooting and editing. I have 2 dogs whom you've met a number of times. I have a small social life and a lot of other commitments. So fitting in that time for ukulele year every single week was a huge challenge. And when I say every single week, I mean it. I never pre-recorded anything. You know, I had some friends who were like, why don't you just pump out a couple and then you've got some time. You don't have to do it one week. But my goal with this project was to play every single week. And so play every single week I did. I learned a song every week, even if I was learning it while I was recording the video. So I have to say, overall, I'm pretty proud of what I've accomplished with this, and it has been so much fun, and I have gotten to know so many amazing people. What a cool year it has been. I'm not gonna lie, I am also quite relieved that ukulele year is wrapping up. 2015, it has been a challenging year in so many ways, and I'm looking forward to just a small break from my creative endeavors. So I thought it would be kind of cool if in my final video I went out onto social media and asked those of you who have been watching this project, whether you watched one video or all 52 of them, if you had any burning questions about the project. So I'm just gonna pull up my laptop here. Let's start with a great question from my friend Caitlin. If there were any expectations of how this might go from the beginning, did they change? And what did you gain from this project besides incredible talent? That's arguable. I think that I thought it would be a bit easier to do something once a week. I didn't realize how difficult it would become sometimes when work got in the way or scheduling got in the way. Aside from that, my expectations didn't change a whole lot. I had also anticipated that I would have more time to practice. A lot of the videos that I made, I maybe had 20 minutes or so of practice before doing the song. Like I said, if I was lucky, I'd maybe get an hour, and if I was really lucky, maybe 2. But a lot of the time, I was sort of doing the songs like reading them off my laptop. I guess I had hoped to get more practice time in. I also thought that as a result of having more practice time, I would get more comfortable with things like finger picking, with some more complex chords. And I didn't. Throughout this year, I've played some tricky chords, but for a seasoned ukulele player, I probably have kept it very basic, or that's my impression anyway. What did I gain from this project? Oh my gosh. I mean, I have formed friendships, I have gotten comfortable with an instrument. I've discovered how supportive my social circle is, and strangers. It's been really cool to get feedback from people I don't know who watch me on YouTube, who dig what I do. I think I've gained a little bit of confidence from kind of putting myself out there on the internet. I don't think I ever really thought I'd be the type of person who would make a video in my pajamas and make it public to everybody on the planet. But hey, I did, and I actually don't care. It's kind of neat. It's kind of liberating. This might sound weird, but I feel like I've gained a little bit of respect for myself. I'm not like a bragger by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm very proud that I managed to keep this up. Because there were a lot of times, weird, I'm getting kind of choked up. There were a lot of times that I didn't want to do my video. Whether it's having a shitty week, this week's not a great week, for example, or if I was not feeling well, if I was tired, if I would have rather gone out and done something with friends. There were a lot of times that I sort of cursed this project, but I really am stubborn as a mule, apparently, and so I'm proud of that commitment that I made to myself, because really ultimately this was about me doing something for myself. So yeah, I think I gained some pride and some self-confidence, and I feel good about having done it. My friend Vance, whom I did 2 duets with, he asks, is there anyone you wish you could have sang with again? Yeah, Vance, I wish I could have sung with you again. But seriously, I wish that I could have sang again with a lot of my duet partners, and so many people I didn't get a chance to sing with in general. When I started this, I kind of thought 52 weeks, like that's ages. I can do everything and anything. And I quickly saw my chances dwindling to do songs with certain people. Vance also asks what the most challenging song choice I had was. My Portuguese song, Fico Assim Sem Você, believe it or not, was not the most difficult because it was in Portuguese, because I had no problem with the lyrics, but those chords were very difficult. That was a very hard one for me. The chords to the Sia song I did, I'm in Here, those were really tricky chords. There were quite a few. Those were probably the 2 most difficult, but I'm also not scanning a list of all the songs I did. So I bet when I watch this back, I'm gonna be like, you idiot, the hardest song was blank. And I'll be mad that I forgot. But maybe I've just mentally blocked it because it was traumatic for me. My friend Diana asks, what surprised you the most about doing this project? Who smelled the best? And will there be a blooper reel? I'm gonna tell you what surprised me the most, and it's a disappointing thing for me. I have learned how to play 52 songs on the ukulele. If asked to play any one of them on the spur of the moment, I could not. So what I'm saying is I'm shocked at how low my retention is. I think I can chalk that up again to not having much practice time. And it's not a matter of not being able to play them. If I pulled up the music, I could play them no problem. I could remember the strumming patterns, that sort of thing. But I can't remember what chords go to which song off the top of my head. Who smelled the best? Well, gosh, who do I want to impress the most? You all smelled fantastic, all of you. But let's be honest, I smelled the best. Will there be a blooper reel? I would love that. I'm not sure that I have the patience at this very moment in life to sift through the hours and hours of footage of my own damn face, but maybe one day. Okay, Mark asks, are there any songs you didn't get the opportunity to do that you would like to tackle? Any plans to do a guest spot with the B. Arthurs, who are an amazing ukulele band from Edmonton? And which song or performance are you proudest of? And which would you like to do a do-over for? Songs I would have liked to do? Holy shitballs, like endless list. A lot of my favorite songs ever were too challenging for me to play. So I could not even begin to start listing the songs that I would have loved to do that I just didn't have the opportunity to do. So I'm not even gonna go there. I was actually trying to do a duet with Sheldon Elter of the B. Arthurs, and scheduling just kept getting in the way. If you guys want me, I will put on a little school person outfit and I will join your band. and I will probably be the weakest player, and I will probably look the worst in short shorts, but I'm totally okay with that. Which song am I proudest of? Oh, that is so hard. There are some songs that I tackled that I felt proud of for emotional reasons. There are some that I felt proud of for technical reasons. So honestly, I'm just gonna answer this off the top of my head, and that is the duet I did with Brittany. Our voices just meshed so well. This might sound weird, but while we were singing, the harmonies were giving me goosebumps. And I'm very, very proud of how beautifully we sang together. Also though, you'll quickly realize why. But I went back and looked at my first video ever, which was a cover of In the Sun by She and Him. And I have to say, that was actually a pretty tricky song to start with. I could have started with like a 2 or 3 chord song, and it actually has some pretty quick chord changes. So I'm pretty proud of that first week, even though I don't think it sounds particularly great because I was sick and I was still figuring out the chords. It was like A+, Andrea. Like, you tried your best. Which song do I wish I had a do-over for? Well, a couple. There was the week that I sang Tonight You Belong to Me, and I recorded it at like 12:30 in the morning, and it was so dark I couldn't really set up my camera, and I was a ragamuffin, and so I just recorded it on my mobile phone and didn't have a video. And that was a huge, I'm not gonna say regret because it was just the circumstances of that week, but if I could do it over again, I would. I would redo that video and actually have like a hello, like live in person video to go along with that song. Sheena is a punk rocker. It was one of my first kind of elaborate videos, and it involved a costume change and some makeup. And then for some reason, the room that I was recording in created a weird vacuum, and so the strumming of my ukulele came out way louder than my vocals. On top of that, I was singing kind of in a lower register than I'm used to and strong at, so you basically can't hear me singing, and that drives me absolutely crazy. But by the time I realized that, I had washed off the makeup, I was tired, and I didn't have time to redo it. Ironically, that is my most watched video of this entire project. So I don't know if someone is trolling me by like searching Sheena is a punk rocker on ukulele, but damn you if you are, because I am not that proud of that video, and like 400 people have seen it. My friend Carson asks, why duets? Was that the plan from the start or something that evolved? What was better or worse? Duets versus solos. Duets were always part of the plan. Because on top of sort of learning how to play the ukulele, I wanted to see how this project could potentially help me expand my community or build a community, meet new friends, meet new people, and it was very successful in that respect. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. What was better or worse? Honestly, I don't know which I like better. The biggest downside of duets is scheduling. I often have to do my ukulele videos at really weird times of day, late at night, after teaching a Zumba class, and it wasn't the type of thing that I could just like pop over to someone's house and do. On the plus side, in the solo videos, I could be a little weirder, I guess, and not feel as self-conscious. Not that I think I really held back. I'm sure some of my duet partners could testify. My pal Deborah asks, do you plan to continue playing and maybe doing a second series like this? Would you tackle a different instrument? I definitely plan on continuing to play the ukulele. The purpose of this project was basically to kick my own ass into starting to learn, because I meant to start learning in 2008. And it is 2014/15. So about damn time. I will not do another ukulele year. I like my annual projects to be unique. So I did a 365-day blog. I've got my ukulele year, and I am in the midst of a 365-day photo project. So there won't be another ukulele year, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop making ukulele videos altogether. Once a week? Yes. I need a nap from that. A life version of a nap. But keep your eyes peeled on this channel, because maybe there's stuff coming up. As for learning a new instrument, I think I'm just gonna stick with this for now. You know, there's a lot of things I want to learn. There's languages I want to learn, and I need to learn how to swim, and there's just like a lot of things I gotta do in this life of mine. So for now, I'm gonna keep learning how to play the ukulele and keep having fun with that. Bruno asks, do you pick the songs randomly or just ones you like? And that's an interesting question. A lot of the songs that I've done, I've liked a lot. As I mentioned in response to another question, there are so many songs that I love, even some of my favorite songs that I didn't have the opportunity to do, whether they were too difficult or whatever the case may be. Some weeks it was a bit random. Some weeks if I was in a really big time crunch, it was a matter of Googling, like literally Googling, the easiest ukulele songs to play or trying to find songs that were only a few chords that hopefully I would know how to play. Other than that, I tried to always pick songs that I like. There were a couple duets where I did songs I didn't know, songs that I had never really heard before, and some of those I ended up loving, some of them or whatever, probably will never listen to it again. One thing I learned though is that in learning to play a song, I developed an appreciation for it. Whether I appreciated the melody of it, or I appreciated the songwriting, or I just started to appreciate it based on, wow, this is tricky, kudos to whoever can play this well, because I can't. So yeah, I think that I grew to like every song that I played. My pal Tyson asks, what are you following this up with? I want you guys to stay tuned to this channel because I am really going to work on expanding this YouTube channel to include a lot more than ukulele videos. So that's kind of all I'm going to say for now. But there is more coming for sure. And if you are a subscriber, you'll get a notification when it all starts. When the Pandora's box just pops open and shit flies out. It'll be good. It'll be good shit. Good shit. That's what I'm gonna do, Tyson. And now I know you're probably wondering, is she going to do a ukulele song on week 53? Because this video is already very long and I'm tired of hearing Andrea's voice right now. Well, yes I am. As a matter of fact, I thought the coolest way to bring this full circle would be to tackle the song I tackled on week 1 and hopefully being the key word, because folks, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have not practiced this song at all. I thought a little redo for In the Sun by She and Him would be kind of great because I was really sick when I sang it a year ago. So let's do it better. I feel like I can maybe do it better. I just want you guys to know I'm on like take 12 of this, and it's still a tricky song. Done. I'm done. I'm done. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much to those of you who have watched every damn week of this because I know you're out there. I know some of you, like my mom. Thank you to everyone who checks in on me occasionally. Thank you to those of you who have watched like half of a video and been like, what the fuck is she on about? Even that's okay with me. Thank you for being a part of this year. This has been a huge year for me in so many ways. Whether you know it or not, I will always attach this ukulele year to a lot of moments in my life. And so in that respect, it has been incredibly emotional for me, but it has also been so much fun, and I have loved getting to know everyone I have sung with and interacted with via comments. Wow, just wow. I kind of can't believe it's over, and I feel a little bit like I'm gonna cry. Just what a crazy year it has been. What a cool thing this was. Like I said, stay tuned because there is more of me to come. Goodbye. I'm trying to hug her, but she's pokey. I'm done recording now and I'm having a hard time saying goodbye. I don't want to turn off the camera. I don't know. Lucy, do you ever feel like you don't want to say goodbye?
It's hard to say goodbye. Oh, let's make out.
Oh, there comes another one. Oh, it's the doggy avalanche or earthquake, natural disaster.